Electric cars versus gas cars. It's one of the hottest debates in the automotive world today. From daily commutes to long road trips, from maintenance costs to fuel inconvenience, which one truly fits your lifestyle better? In this video, we're going to pit EVs and ICE vehicles head-to-head in real-world scenarios, not just on paper specs. Whether you're a car shopper, an industry insider, or just curious about the future of mobility, stick around. You might be surprised at who comes out on top. Let's start where everyone does, the price tag. Gas cars are generally more affordable right out of the gate. A reliable Toyota Corolla or Honda Civic might cost you around $22,000 to $25,000 brand new, which makes them accessible to a wide range of buyers. In comparison, many EVs like the Tesla Model 3 or Hyundai Ioniq 6 start closer to $40,000 or more. That gap can be intimidating, especially for budget-conscious shoppers or first-time car buyers who need a dependable daily driver without breaking the bank. But the story doesn't end with sticker price. EVs often come with government incentives that can shrink that gap significantly. Federal tax credits of up to $7,500, plus additional state rebates, can make an EV thousands of dollars cheaper. Add in the fact that EVs are cheaper to fuel and maintain, and the lifetime cost of ownership starts tipping in their favor. For buyers who plan to keep their car long-term, an EV can actually pay for itself over time. Still, if you're focused only on the upfront purchase price today, ICE vehicles remain the easier buy. When it comes to refueling, gas cars have the obvious advantage of speed and convenience. A quick stop at a gas station takes less than 5 minutes, and stations are everywhere. From city blocks to rural highways. For people who drive long distances on a whim or live in areas without much EV infrastructure, this reliability is hard to beat. You never really need to plan ahead. You just stop, fill up, and go. That certainty is one of the biggest selling points of gas-powered cars. Charging an EV, on the other hand, requires a different mindset. At home, a level 2 charger can easily top up your battery overnight, meaning you wake up every morning with a full tank. On road trips, fast chargers can add 150 to 200 miles in 20 to 30 minutes, which is longer than a gas stop, but not unreasonable if you combine it with a meal break. While charging stations are not yet as widespread as gas stations, they're growing rapidly across the US. If your lifestyle includes lots of long, unplanned trips, gas still wins. But if most of your driving is local and predictable, the convenience of charging at home is a game changer. One of the strongest advantages gas cars still hold is their range. A typical gas sedan or SUV can cover 400 to 500 miles on a single tank, and refueling takes only minutes. That level of certainty makes road trips stress-free and eliminates the need to plan your journey around fuel stops. It's why many people still feel more confident taking a gas car on cross-country adventures, especially in rural regions where infrastructure is limited. EVs, meanwhile, are improving, but still catch criticism here. While premium EVs, like the Lucid Air or Tesla Model S, can hit 350 to 500 miles of range, most affordable EVs sit closer to 220 to 280 miles. That's more than enough for daily use, but longer trips often require careful planning. Range anxiety, the fear of running out of power, is real for new EV owners, but it's shrinking as charging networks expand and batteries get larger. The difference comes down to mindset. With gas, you take stations for granted. With EVs, you plan ahead. Some drivers find that stressful, while others see it as part of the adventure. Engines are complex machines. They have hundreds of moving parts. Pistons, spark plugs, timing belts, fuel injectors, exhaust systems, all of which can fail over time. That complexity is why ICE cars require regular oil changes, coolant flushes, and tune-ups. On the flip side, the industry has a century of experience with gas engines, and mechanics everywhere know how to fix them. Parts are cheap, widely available, and repairs can often be done in a matter of hours. For many owners, this familiarity feels safe and reliable. EVs, by comparison, are mechanically simpler. With no oil changes, no exhaust systems, and far fewer moving parts, their maintenance costs are generally much lower. Routine service is minimal, and many owners go years without a major repair. However, the elephant in the room is the battery. While EV batteries are built to last 8 to 10 years, if they fail outside of warranty, replacement costs can be sky high. Specialized repairs also require certified technicians, which can be more expensive and less accessible. So while EVs win on routine reliability, ICE cars still hold the edge. When it comes to repair networks and parts availability, this is where things get subjective, but also exciting. Drive an EV and you immediately feel the difference. Smooth. Silent acceleration with instant torque the moment you press the pedal. There are no gears, no lag, and no engine noise. Just a clean surge of power that makes even budget EVs feel quick around town. Models like the Tesla Model 3 Performance or Porsche Taycan rival supercars in acceleration, showing that electric performance is no joke. For commuters, that effortless driving experience is often a revelation. Gas cars, however, offer an entirely different kind of thrill. The growl of an engine, the vibration through the steering wheel, and the drama of gear shifts create a visceral connection between car and driver. Enthusiasts love that mechanical character. It's emotional in a way EVs can't replicate. A roaring V8 on an open road delivers a sense of excitement that silence and efficiency can match, so the winner here depends on what you value. EVs deliver precision and speed, while gas cars deliver passion and theater. One of the main selling points of EVs is their eco-friendly reputation. They produce zero tailpipe emissions, which means cleaner air in cities and no CO2 released every time you drive. Over the lifetime of the car, studies show EVs generate far less pollution than gas vehicles, especially if charged on renewable energy sources like solar or wind. For environmentally conscious drivers, this long-term benefit is a huge draw. However, the story isn't that simple. EV batteries require lithium, cobalt, and nickel mining, which comes with its own environmental and ethical challenges. The production process of an EV generates more emissions up front than making a gas car. In fact, during the first couple of years, an EV may actually have a higher carbon footprint until it pays back its environmental debt through cleaner operation. Gas cars, on the other hand, pollute consistently over their entire lifetime. So while EVs are greener in the long run, it's important to recognize that they're not perfect solutions either. When it comes to resale, gas cars tend to be more predictable. Buyers trust them, they know what to expect, and depreciation rates are steady. A typical gas car loses around 20% of its value in the first 3 years, and after that, the curve levels off. Demand for used gas cars remains strong, especially in areas where EV charging is limited, which helps maintain their resale value. EVs, on the other hand, have been dropping in value much faster. Some models lose 30% or more in just 3 years, partly because technology evolves so quickly. Buyers worry about outdated range, battery degradation, or expensive repairs. However, not all EVs depreciate equally. Premium brands like Tesla have been holding their value much better. As battery life proves itself over time, resale markets may stabilize. Right now, though, gas cars still win this category for predictable resale value. Insurance companies often charge more for EVs, and the reason comes down to repair costs. Even a minor accident can require recalibrating sensors or replacing parts tied to the battery system, which is much more expensive than repairing a bumper on a gas car. This makes insurance premiums higher on average, which can catch new EV owners off guard. For younger drivers especially, that added cost can be a deal breaker. But EVs claw back savings in other ways. Electricity is much cheaper than gasoline, often equivalent to paying $1, $2 per gallon when charging at home. Maintenance costs are also significantly lower because there are fewer parts to replace and no oil changes to worry about. Over 5 years of ownership, many EVs actually end up cheaper to run than gas cars, even with higher insurance. So while gas cars win for lower insurance premiums, EVs make up for it with reduced running costs. Gas cars have the infrastructure advantage by a mile. Gas stations are everywhere, from the smallest rural towns to highways across the country. That universality makes gas cars a safe choice no matter where you live. They're especially dominant in rural America, Southeast Asia, Africa, and other regions where charging infrastructure is still limited or non-existent. For drivers in these areas, EVs simply aren't practical yet. EV adoption, however, is skyrocketing in regions where infrastructure has caught up. Cities like Oslo, Shanghai, and even parts of California are seeing EVs dominate the roads thanks to dense charging networks, government incentives, and consumer demand. Urban areas with plenty of chargers make EVs a no-brainer, but rural areas are lagging behind. Ultimately, this category isn't about which car is better. It's about where you live. Infrastructure determines the winner, and until EV charging is as universal as gas stations, ICE vehicles maintain an edge. So, who wins this showdown? EVs or gas cars? The truth is, there isn't one clear champion. EVs excel for urban drivers, commuters, and tech enthusiasts who want low running costs, high performance, and environmental benefits. They're perfect for those who can charge at home and live in areas with solid infrastructure. On the other hand, gas cars still rule for long-haul drivers, budget buyers, and enthusiasts who love the raw experience of an engine. They're also the safer bet in regions where charging networks haven't fully developed. The real winner, ESN T1 technology over the other. It's whichever car best fits your lifestyle, location, and priorities. Both EVs and ICE vehicles will coexist for years to come, and as technology evolves, the balance may shift. What's exciting is that we're reliving in a rare moment of transition in the automotive world, where two very different approaches to mobility are battling for dominance. Whichever side you're on, one thing's certain. The future of driving will be more diverse, innovative, and exciting than ever before. Thanks for watching Next Gear. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone debating between EVs and ICE. And don't forget to subscribe for more car tech deep dives. Let us know in the comments, which side are you on? Team EV or Team ICE? And before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest uploads. Every week, we bring you in-depth comparisons, hidden industry insights, and the future of driving explained in a way that's easy and exciting. Join the Next Gear community today, because the next big car story is always just around the corner.